Punukurawari for Rainbow Project Media. So here we are today on the Hikoi in Hamilton, travelling from KMC, the BP station, up through to Garden Place. We had a bit of a pōwhiri from the mana whenua, and then people got up to share some of their stories and the reasons why they're against the fracking, the oil drilling, the sale of the assets. So here we are, Rainbow Project Media, supporting the voice of the people.
When our environment is under attack, stand up, fight back. When our environment is under attack, stand up, fight back. When our environment is under attack, stand up, fight back. When our whenua is under attack, stand up, fight back. To what Aotearoa and the rest of the world can hear us and see us. Aotearoa is not for sale. Aotearoa is not for sale. Aotearoa is not for sale.
It's very good, Simon.
Join us, whānau, on your surfboard. Oh, awesome!
Now to the people.
My name is Kirikiriroa-Hamilton, and basically I joined the Hikoi today because I'm against all fracking, mining, drilling, anything to do with messing with Mother Nature, with papatuanuku. Also the sale of assets, it's just a big no in my books. This country belongs to us, of New Zealand, and it doesn't belong to John Key, so yeah, the assets should stay with us, the people of New Zealand.
Getting taken and sold.
Aotearoa is not for sale. 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 Aotearoa is not for sale.
Woke up. We're not here to take, we're here to share. But as far as the beehive is concerned, we don't exist. All I think about is they're rich, and the rich getting richer.
Yes.
And as long as you believe that, we have the mana, our people.
We are the patriarchy guardians of the
We are the mana for all this country. Now you, our people, need to get up and take pride and move on.
Yeah, I joined the Hikoi because, you know, I'm totally against asset sales. Being one of the older ones, you know, I was there in the 80s where they hocked off telecom, they hocked off for post service, you know, bits of it, and all these things, and most of them were disasters commercially. I mean, telecom was sold for $2 a share when they sold it, and Bell Ameritech sold out as $12 a share, and then it collapsed, and it's around $2 something a share now. And the New Zealand public got milked on that one, and it just happened. They were sold cheap, and they're assets we should have kept. And you know, the New Zealand public's been paying for it. It's just like they're going to do with the power. They're going to sell off really good earners to the rich people who can afford them, and the average person's not going to be getting that, but they'll just be paying bigger power bills. Like, you know, it's totally wrong. I don't think. No way the majority of New Zealanders support what's going on, but Keith says he's got a mandate. Well, we'll see about that next time around, I suppose. But unfortunately, the assets will be gone by then, unless we react and fight it. And this time New Zealand has stood up, but you know, John Key says we don't want to be tenants in our own country. Well, he's making it quite obvious we are going to be. Whether it's the Crayper Farms, whether it's Mighty River Power, whatever, it's on the block. If you've got money, we're for sale. That seems to be his policy. I'm here for the union. I've got to say the Hikoi, because we're lockout AFCO workers, and the Hikoi had a very generous donation to us, food and some money, and we just so appreciate that. It's just lovely to see that from people, the generosity. And yeah, the
We will not stand for it. We are here to make noise. Why? Because Aotearoa is not for sale! 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 Aotearoa
great to see everybody here today. Aotearoa is not for sale, and that includes our seabed. I don't think that many New Zealanders know that there's more of our seabed up for sale to mining and oil companies than there is land area of New Zealand. Seabed mining, right now there's a company, a foreign-owned company, TTR, Trans-Tasman Resources, that's planning to mine the west coast of the North Island between Whanganui and Pātea and another area from Awakino up to Port Waikato. There's 9,633 square kilometres of seabed up for grabs, and that's their two permitted areas. And they're taking billions of tonnes of iron ore from our coast and deliver it to China to make money, to make steel. Unacceptable to me and to Kiwis against seabed mining. And it's an issue that you know, every New Zealander needs to know about this, and we're here to let you know. When they pull the sand from the sea floor, it takes 5 tonnes to make 5 tonnes of material from the sea floor to make 1 tonne of iron ore, and the rest of it goes to the bottom of the ocean and gets spread in the currents, causing oxygen deprivation zones, killing the sea floor, killing all the life out there. They're calling it a virtual desert already, but it's not a desert. It's a great fishery out there. We've got Maui's dolphin, critically endangered. If we go ahead with this sort of thing, the Maui's dolphin will be gone, no question. They're taking the flow of the sand that's moving north, they're drawing from that flow that replenishes our beaches. So you start taking that sand out of the system and our beaches start not getting replenished, and erosion, all sorts of problems. So yeah, we need to stop this now. The only way we're going to stop it is broad scale, cross-section New Zealand public standing up like we are here today. And thank you for coming. Keep it going.
Tēnā koutou, katoa te iwi whānui o Tainui, ko tae mai nei kei te tautoko, kei te awhi, kei te manaaki a mātou I tēnei wā. He mihi nunui, he mihi aroha atu ki a tātou katoa. So, as I was just saying, and we're trying to say in our language, Forgive me for shouting at you through this machine. My voice is getting a little bit hoarse from all the shouting, and I was trying to dodge the speaking responsibilities today, but kia hate. So we've come down from the Cape with the blessings of our people in the far north to send a message and carry a message down to Wellington in regards to the issue. And as I said down the other end of the street before we started, we're not really the Hikoi, we're just a little spark that's travelling from town to town to create a convergence of the local people. And so we're really here to listen to what the local issues are. So thanks very much for sharing with us the issues that are concerning you. We're taking this kaupapa down to Wellington, and I'd like to, at this point, invite you all down there, those of you that can make it. You may have access to buses or vans or be able to carpool. Some of you that have got lots of money might be able to get some of those cheap fares even and fly down, because we're going to have a big party when we get to Wellington.
Yes.
We're going to be marching on Parliament on the 4th at 11 o'clock on the Friday. We're going to be marching to Parliament. But you know, folks, when we went down there in 2004, the government knew that all they had to do was just close their eyes and hold their breath, and by the next morning we'd be gone, and we were. But this time around we're going to stay in Wellington for a week, and we've got a range of activities and demonstrations. We're going to be targeting various issues like mining, deep sea oil drilling, privatization, the cutback of social services and various issues. So this time when the politicians go to sleep and they wake up in the morning, we're still going to be there.
Yes.
And the next morning when they go to sleep and wake up hoping we're gone, we're still going to be there. And the morning after that when they go to sleep and wake up the next morning, we're still going to be there. And the day after that when they go to sleep and they wake up, we're still going to be there. And so this is our kaupapa, so we're saying to you, and we're encouraging you to bring your struggle, bring all your struggles down to Wellington, because it's time for the people to reclaim the democratic right that we have in this country. The national government says that it's got the majority, they've got the mandate of the people to do what they're doing with asset sales. But we know that they don't, because the opinion polls prior to the election said that notwithstanding the fact that some people voted for national, even national party supporters didn't support asset sales. And there's been quite a lot of them that have been on our march. And it's critically important that we embrace these people and bring them over, because the government doesn't care about 40,000 Māori people marching on Parliament. They showed that on the foreshore and seabed issue. But they will care if 50, 60,000 people, whom include their constituents, march on Wellington. So that's why we're trying to keep to the middle of the Hikoi and just put the average citizen of our country at the face of this march. We don't want this to be a radical march. We don't want this to be a politicised march in respect of party politics. We want it to be non-partisan. We want it to be a people's movement against asset sales. And so we'd like to invite you down to Wellington. Sir Ngātata Love, who is the chairperson of the Wellington Tents Trust, has said that he will accommodate as many people that wish to come to Wellington. He said they've got plenty of money apparently, and they're prepared to spend that on this type of thing. So don't worry about accommodation, don't worry about food. You come down to Wellington, and the Te Aotearoa people have sorted it. They're going to embrace us, they're going to support this take. So we want to see this Hikoi when it ends up to Wellington. You saw what happened in Auckland yesterday. It was absolutely massive. Some of the counts that we got, we believe that there were somewhere between 10,000 and 15,000 people on the streets at the peak of the Hikoi. So we want to turn that into a mass action in Wellington, so we'd just like to invite you all down there. Anyway, tātou mā kānui mō tēnei wā, ko te tino pūtaki tēnei, e mihi poroporo aki ki a koutou, because ko taita wā ka huri haere te tauihu o tā mātou waka ki te tonga. So we're going from here to Kirikiriroa, where we're going to spend a bit of time looking at the very assets that are going to be sold, because the Mighty River Power Company is the first company that's up for sale, and of course they own all the dams down the Waikato River. And what we believe is that by selling the dams, they'll also be privatising the water by stealth. And so the water is a basic fundamental human right that we don't believe that the government has the right to do that. So we're going to go down there and look at the dams at Kirikiriroa and have a little think about what they're doing there. But I just want to express my solidarity and fellowship. Oh, that was it, fellowship. Is it the fellowship, Gareth? Fellowship. To you fellas over there from AFCO. And just to say kia kaha koutou, I believe that in the fullness of time that you will win your struggle, provided that you have the support of the people around you. So it's up to all of us to continue to support those that are on the front line of these struggles. So kia kaha koutou, kia kaha tātou. Engari kanui mo tēnei wā, ngā mihi aura ki a tātou katoa, huri noa, tēnā koutou katoa.